Stampers, this is Trevis. Thank you for joining me today for YouTube Tuesday. And so today for our card, we are going to be using a bundle that I didn't think I was going to need. I don't know what you like my need. But I made a card with it, the designer series paper that is still current, okay, for just like another week. Ooh. Flowering Fields. And I love this paper so much. But I did not think that I needed the tulip bundle until I started really looking at some tulip cards. And now I was like, yeah. And now I found out that's going to be carried over into the annual catalog, the new annual catalog, May 3rd. And so let's get the tulip bundle. And so Flowering Tulips. Yes. It is adorable. And this stamp set is photopolymer. It's 18 stamps. If the sayings, okay, that circle saying I'm going to use today is, you are so thoughtful. Thank you. I love it, that circle. And I love all the sayings. They're all something you can use. Just thinking of you today. Love you so much. Happy Mother's Day. They are just adorable. And so I had to get that. Well, if you get the stamp set, you got to get the dies. And so I have the dies, the tulip dies. And so today we're going to make a card using that bundle. And I did some pre-work because we don't want this to be like an hour video. So we're going to use up some of our Flowering Fields designer series paper, and we're going to make a really cute card. So let's get started. Okay. And so the paper that I picked is from the Flowering Fields is this paper. Okay, I did a little pre-work. Like I said, I did do some cutting. So this is 5 1/4 by just under 4. And I am going to use this on a cute, kind of a fun fold card. And so I have my Rich Razzleberry card base. And so the card base is, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And I scored it at 1 1/4. So it's 1 1/4. And then this is scored at 5 3/4. So that it is a fun fold and it just folds like that. Okay. So what I did was I cut this at 1 1/4. Okay. So that it fits on this side, and then the remainder is going to fit on this side. And they do piece together perfectly, so there you go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our glue on this side. And we're going to glue this side down first. Okay. And then this side is going to fit nicely, so the remainder fits nicely on this side. And I'm going to make sure that this side has a nice edge. Okay, so these are, after I made this card, I was like, oh, this card would be so cute for our card swap. And so our team meeting was Saturday, and I decided that this was the card I wanted to make for our team meeting swap. And so everybody at our team meeting got this card from me. We have lots of attendees, so we have lots of swaps. Okay, so that's ready to go. Okay, now we need to do something with the tulips. And what I pre-cut is a whole bunch of pieces. Okay, it's a little intimidating when you first look at it. Have to admit, when I first looked at it, I was like, what am I going to do with all these pieces? So there's a video out there from Stampin' Up! That shows you how to actually fold these and make them work. But you can pretty much figure it out because when you cut out the dies, they're all scored. So you just fold them on the score lines. And look, it makes like a tulip. Isn't that so cute? So I went ahead and I just cut out 3 of them. They're a little different. They're all a little different. That one's a smaller tulip. This one's a little bit bigger. Okay, so this one just bends over once and it makes that cute tulip. All right. And then these I cut out of Rich Razzleberry because I thought these would go perfectly with my card. And I cut these out and these go in the center. So it's up to you how you assemble them. You can use mini glue dots. You can use liquid glue. You can use your Stampin' Seal. So I think I'm going to use On some of this, I'm going to use my liquid multi-purpose glue. Okay, so I'm just going to glue a little bit. I don't want too much. Okay, sometimes I overkill on the glue. So I'm just going to put that inside. I'm going to go ahead. I don't know if I'm going to use all 3 of these. I don't think I am. I'm just going to use 2 of them, but I'll use the other ones on other cards. So, see, I like liquid glue because you got that wiggle time. So, from that standpoint, I really like this one. I really like this tulip here. Okay, now I might go ahead and use my, I'm just going to go ahead and use my Take Your Pick tool with some leftover dimensionals from Paper Pumpkin. So if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you get these like every month in your Paper Pumpkin, and they're perfect for this kind of a thing. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to glue these down, but I want them to kind of pop up. So I'm just going to put mini glue dots inside like this. Okay. And when you use your Take Your Pick tool and you just take these little pieces off. A lot of people don't like these mini glue dots. They'd rather use their roll. That's fine. But hey, you know, if you have them, really, let's use them. So I'm just going to assemble these real quick. Since I did do some pre-work, right, by cutting all these out on my cut and emboss. And so the mini cut and emboss was on sale last month. So if you were so inclined, you got it 20% off. And all of these dies will fit in the mini cut and emboss. So, just saying, that was a good deal, along with 13 other bundles, and not all of them were retiring. So, I was happy to see that, because sometimes I think, oh, they're just putting them on sale because they're retiring. No, they didn't. Some of them didn't retire. Some of them did, but they could have still been on your wish list. Okay, so I have the tulips. Aren't they so cute? Okay, so I think I'm going to use, I might use these two. These two. Okay, so now I'm going to just use my liquid glue. And just going to, because you know tulips have these little, have the base of the tulip. They're so realistic. I mean, that's one of the things I really caught my eye, is they're not cartoony. Okay, so I like this one being a little lower. I'm gonna use that one. Okay, so I have a piece of white cardstock, and you're gonna ask me what size this is. Okay, I have my ruler. 2 3/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, and I'm going to stamp something on here. I'm going to stamp that that saying, that thank you saying. In fact, maybe I should do that now so I know how to position my tulips. Because this is kind of big. Ooh, okay. It's a little bigger than I was thinking, but that's okay. I'm going to use Highland Heather ink. I'm just going to stamp that right here. Oh, isn't that so beautiful? Look at that. I love it. Okay. Now it's assembly time. So I'm going to, before I assemble, I'm going to mount this on a piece of cardstock. So this is Rich Razzle. I always get these, I always want to say, yeah, it's Rich Razzleberry. Okay, so I have that. Okay, now I'm going to assemble my flowers. So I'm going to put one right here. And, ooh, it's not stuck down very well. And one down here. I think I need a little more glue on there. Feel that it's coming loose. I always try to use less glue because it squeezes out, but then sometimes, ooh, you're like, ooh, needs a little more glue. Okay, and now I'm going to tuck this under. That. And tuck this one under. Maybe I should have went this way. So they're both going the same way. There we go. Okay. Looking so cute. Okay, and so I have this leaf, and I can certainly add this, and I may, but let's wait and see. Okay, so now I have my card. And I just want to add, and I got glue on that? Yes, I do. You have to be careful. Now I want to add this just on this side. It's going to kind of hold my flap down. Okay, like that. Liking it, liking it. All right. I am going to trim this down a little bit. I don't think I need that stem quite so long. There we go. So liquid glue is great, but you have to hold it for just a second. And I have glue on here and it's sticking. I think that leaf just adds just a little bit of what it needs. So I have another card. That doesn't work. So I have another card, a sample to show you when I'm done. Okay. Oh, that glue's killing me. Flip it over. Because every time it touches it, oh, and that side's got, that's okay. Okay, and then it needs an embellishment. And so we have the brush brass butterflies. These also are carried over into the big catalogs. So, yay. I'm going to use just one of these. A small one right there. Okay. So there is our thank you card today using the tulips. Aren't they adorable? I'm so glad I got that bundle. I just love them. Don't know what took me so long. I looked at the paper. I love the paper. In fact, I've almost used all the paper up, and I need, I've got about a week if I need some more. Okay, so here is my other card. And it's basically the same idea, except look how different it looks. It looks totally different because I used different paper and I used different base. So this is Petal Pink. And I use the Petal Pink for the base of the basic. I use that with Pear Pizzazz for the tulips. And I just use Thinking of You, just Thinking of You today. So that could really be an anything card. Okay. So those are my ideas for today. I hope you enjoyed them and have a great week. And I'll see you on Friday. Bye.